This video is not meant for children under 13.
Hello everyone, this is Dreamline Engine speaking, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing off all of my deleted scenes from all 3 of my review videos. These are all the scenes that were supposed to be in the final cut of these reviews, but were not included in those reviews, either because I forgot to add them in, or I had to take them out just to make the video not go on for so long. So I made a huge compilation of all my deleted scenes, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Without further ado, let's get started. Thomas was not the only engine to have the flip face feature. Hit Toys also made a flip face. James, Toby, Hero, and remakes of their other flip face that also talk, but they're not really relevant right now. As many Trackmaster fans know, there were originally going to be more flip face engines. Hit Toys also had plans to make a flip face Percy, Gordon, and possibly Henry, though I have no way of actually confirming that. Even though their prototypes have already been made, sadly, none of the flip face engines ever saw the light of day because in 2009, Hit Toys licensing had expired and was quickly bought out by Fisher-Price, aka Mattel, and all plans for these flip face engines got quickly tossed in the bin. Although they never got released, their prototypes can be seen on early Trackmaster boxes and on this pamphlet, which reveals Percy was going to be released in this ice cream factory set, which also never saw the light of day. For more information on the flip face engines, Tons of Trackmaster made a whole video dedicated to it. I'll have it linked in the description below. One thing I didn't really mention all too well in my original review video is that how the RC Thomas actually works. So at the coal bunker right here, there's a little light right there, and there's also one on the controller. So you point the remote at Thomas, and that's what makes him go both forwards and backwards. And one thing I really didn't mention all too well in my video is that when you're controlling your Thomas, if you keep the remote control at a great distance, like right now, like if you have it too far away from Thomas, Thomas will just stop dead in its tracks because it's too far away from the connection. So you have to keep the remote control as close to Thomas as possible, depending on how long your layout is. I just created this loop on my bed because my workspace is a little bit too crowded at the moment. And the reason why I didn't mention it all too well in my original video is that prior to that video, it's been a while since I've used an early RC remote control Thomas. I mean, even when I had one as a kid, I didn't really play with it all too much. So I had little to no experience with the remote control engines. So it was kind of new to me, but we live and we learn, am I right? So here is the pamphlet that came in the Action Canyon set. Yet again, this is another thing that Hit Toys put in their train sets to advertise their products, so a kid can browse through this and annoy the parents to buy them everything they see on this pamphlet because marketing. And right here I'll have the pamphlet that came in the Titmus Shed set, and we're just going to do a little comparison between the two. I forgot to mention this in the video, but automatically when you look at the front of both of these pamphlets, there's already some difference to them. The one on the right has a more clear picture of the layout they have going on, and the one on the left is sort of covered up by the branding. But if we open this up, we have all the new characters, and by characters I mean toys, that are new back in 2007 from season 11. Like we have Hector, Billy, Whiff, and then some special narrow gauge engines. We have Sir Scarloey storms through, Sir Handel in charge, and Duncan does it all. And we have some writing right here, which you can pause and read that if you want. Continuing on, we have the Titmus Shed set and the Brendam Dock set, which were already in this pamphlet. Like, it's literally the first thing you see when you open this one. And continuing on, we also have these same starter sets that were in the last pamphlet. As you can see, they're the exact same. I'm pretty sure they're the exact same writing as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think, yeah, these are both the same. Oh, there's a little bit of difference in these sentences right here, but whatever. Then we continue on, and instead of getting advertising for the ice cream factory that was never released and the James at Boulder Mountain, we get advertising for the remote control engines like Thomas, Percy, and James. And then over here we have, well, they kind of skipped out on these sets for this pamphlet. I guess they were either discontinued or not as important. But if we move over, we see that they are advertising different engines. Like the one from the Titmus Shed set advertises Thomas, Rusty, Bill, Henry, Gordon, Salty, Duncan, and then all the season 10 newbies like Rosie, Rocky, Sir Handel, and Fearless Freddy. Over here, to take their place, we have Percy, Arthur, Toby, Spencer, James, Molly, and Emily. And then over here, you just get like a little advertising for this set. And also, you get different road vehicles as well. Like the other, on the Titmus Shed one, it has Birdie, Bulgy, and Elizabeth. On the Action Canyon one, it advertised Caroline, Madge, and Terrence. And then on the back is just some more advertising for the season 10 DVD, and over here you have the advertising for the season 11 DVD. So that's this pamphlet out of the way, and we can get back to your review. One thing I'm sure many people are going to try when they have this set is that, can Thomas climb all the way up the waterfall and go down the other way? Well, this is what happens when you try it. The answer is Thomas is just like me in middle school, failing. So we all know when Thomas travels down the waterfall, he goes down super fast. So you're probably wondering, will the same thing happen if you take him down the spiral? Well, I tried that, and this was my result. The answer is, he made it down. Only took like 12 shakes to do it, but whatever. So here is the Thomas from the Castle Quest set. And I didn't do this in my Action Cannon review because I didn't think it was that important. You know, it's just a hit toy company, stock standard Thomas. Plenty of you Trackmaster fans have seen it before. But I feel like with this one, I wanted to bring up the Mattel Trackmaster Thomas and pretty much put it up to what came before it. So if you're like me and you were born in 2004 or earlier, you would have grown up with this model. This is the Hit Toy Company's Trackmaster Thomas, and for a lot of us, this was, I think for most people, this is the definitive motorized Trackmaster Thomas. It has the very iconic, nostalgic, classic Thomas face. It's got the little lamp, or what is supposed to be a lamp. You got the painted buffers, which sadly they do not paint their buffers on the newer Trackmaster models because Mattel are cheap asses and cut corners wherever they can with their products because they don't care. And then over here we have the side, and one thing I don't really like about these models is that they pretty much just put a big giant sticker on Thomas's sides, and as you know, stickers and children's toys, especially young children's toys, don't really mix too well, and it doesn't take much to destroy the sticker. Like, if you get it even a little bit wet, it's already done. It's destroyed. I've seen a tons of eBay listings, and especially a ton of videos where I've seen kids or Trackmaster models with the sticker completely destroyed. And this pretty much all of Thomas is a sticker. You know, this is a sticker, that's a sticker, that is a sticker, and even the cab part is just a sticker. So yeah, when it comes to these Trackmaster models, you have to be very delicate because you don't want to destroy the sticker. Then you also have the red stripes, you have the on and off switch, and on the bottom it says Hit Toy Company Thomas, and then, you know, made in China, 2006, Ghislaine Thomas Limited. So very nostalgic model. And then came along 2009, and as you know, Hit Toy Company lost the licensing for these toys, and it was bought out by Fisher-Price, aka Mattel. And when as soon as they got the brand, they started making slight changes to the Trackmaster range. Nothing too noticeable at first. It was mostly the same, although the engines had a little bit of tweaking here and there, but the changes were more noticeable on their Thomas models. For one, Thomas has a completely different face. Well, that's due to because, you know, back in 2008, they've already made the transition to switch Thomas from being a model train into CGI. So, of course, they changed the face Mattel changed the face, you know, the Hit Toy Company one being based off the model series, and Mattel's the Mattel ones being more based off the CGI Thomas. And also, if we look at, you see the headlamp that was on the Hit Toys model is nowhere to be seen on the Mattel model. They, for some reason, got rid of it. As you can see, Mattel used to paint the buffers on their early Trackmaster models. They don't do that with Trackmaster 2. But the biggest improvement that I think Mattel definitely did good on was that instead of having just one giant sticker right here, this is actually printed detail. And I am A-okay with that because, yes, I'm aware that printing detail can also not last if you're playing too rough with these models, but I can guarantee you it will last a lot longer than stickers. And pretty much Mattel just printed everything onto Thomas except for the cab, which is unfortunately still a sticker. And the sticker between the two are different. And it's not that hard to spot. But yeah. And then if we look at Thomas's back, you can see he has a molded tail lamp, which whether on the Hit Toy Company one, it's just a sticker, and Thomas doesn't have the red lining anymore. They decided not to print that, but we get this little tab right here that secures the model onto the case onto the body, which doesn't look that great, to be honest. And one thing I forgot to mention is that you notice how there's these little indents to point out that Thomas has like a little cab right here. Like you can see a little opening, and there's also this indent right here to point out the, I guess, to try to make it look like Thomas isn't just one big mold, which I do like, because when it came to Hit Toys, they just put out like a huge black lining right there. I much prefer what Mattel did right here. But one thing I did not like with the Mattel models is that the way you have to put in the batteries, because when it comes to the Hit Toy models, pretty much in order to access the battery compartment, all you had to do was just squeeze the sides like that, and then just pull it up, and there you go. Then you can put in a new battery like so, and just turn it on, and your Thomas is ready to play. But when Mattel got the licensing for these toys, they changed that. So when I try to put in a battery, I'm squeezing, it's not coming apart. Probably wondering why that is. Well, look over here. See that? That's a screw. There is a screw that prevents you from opening the model. So what you have to do is you gotta go to your toolbox, find a screwdriver that fits, and then just unscrew it. And then the whole thing comes apart. You put your battery in, and then, yeah. Then you have to put it back on, like that. You screw it back on, then you're ready then you can play with your Thomas. And for the longest time, when I was a kid, I did not like that. Although, in hindsight, I kind of get why they did this, because of the age these toys were meant for. These were meant for children for the age of 3 and up, and I kind of get why they wanted to put a screw right there, because you don't want your kid to just be playing with these models. They're playing with it, and then all of a sudden one day they squeeze this too hard, and then start pulling it apart, and they find the AA battery in these, and then they start taking it out. And as you know, small children love to put stuff in their mouths, so you don't want a kid to put this in their mouth and start choking on the damn thing. So that's why they put in the screw in these models, so that incident never happens. And while I totally understand why they did it, and it makes so much sense, but I find it personally annoying how in order to take the battery in and out of this model, I have to go to my toolbox and get a screwdriver to open it up and get the battery in. It's very annoying. And also, would you really trust your child with a screwdriver? Come on. We went from just an easy pull apart model to now we're just screw it. Here's a screwdriver. Be an engineer. And keep in mind, depending on what screwdrivers you buy, these tips can be sharp, And next thing you know, if the child's trying to like open this, their hand slips and then they just stab themselves. You know, I guess that's why they say in their commercials adult assembly is required. Okay, so I put my Thomas on the part that's supposed to move when you hit that switch. So I want to see if by hitting the switch, it'll take Thomas from here to there. Let's find out. The answer is it does jack shit. Okay, let's try with the red wagon. I have a feeling it should be a lot easier because compared to Thomas, I think this thing weighs like nothing. So let's try it. The answer is it's the same result as the Thomas model. And that being it does fucking nothing. So those are all my deleted scenes from my review videos. The common complaint I get with these videos is that they are too long. Which, for the record, if my videos are long, it's because I like to go in depth with my review videos. I like to talk about what year these Trackmaster sets came out and what their priorities were for that year. So that's why the videos can get long, because I like to be creative and tell a story with these review videos. I somehow make the video length suffer as a result of it. I try not to make them so long, but you can only do so much. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, and my next video will definitely be another review, because as it stands now, my review videos are the highest viewed videos on my channel, which, by the way, thank you all so much for your support. It means the world to me. But this review is going to be a little different. It will be different from any other reviews I've done so far. But I guarantee you what I'm reviewing will be very, very interesting. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.